Okay. You know, you guys, you never forget your first, and that is why I'm back. I am back, bitches. Edition Days is next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Why, hello, all of you Days of Our Lives fans, and welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV.
You just belted that out.
You did.
Well, hello.
Well, I was doing that for my reel, but once again,
Yeah, we all ruined it. We all ruined
moment
it.
ruined. I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined literally by a gaggle of gals. We are celebrating not only the 2-year anniversary of Edition Days, but we are also celebrating the 2-year anniversary since James Lott Jr. became a part of AFTERBUZZ TV. So he decided to bug the hell out of us and come on this show. But we welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, open arms.
Yes.
Did you almost say gaggle of gals when Steven was in studio?
Did you?
No.
You changed it. You
I
changed it.
I did. And I was like, I bet everyone's expecting me to say gaggle of gals, but I'm going to say a gaggle of people.
Okay.
Because Stephen Nichols is not one of the gals.
No, he's not.
But as you guys know, we got some folks here. We're going to start to our far, 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 far left with our oldest gentleman here.
Oh my God.
That's just so mean.
Just celebrating his
There must be
56th
somebody on the other
birthday.
side of this wall who is
It's me.
ancient. Ancient. Lorraine Love in the house.
Oh, stop it. Atta
Hi,
girl.
Lorraine.
Atta
Lorraine with a
girl.
Y.
And we also have,
Matthew Evan Paine.
and of course, my chocolate twin.
It's me, James Lott Jr.
And y'all know me, Tony Moore.
Right.
All right.
Steven Nichols said it, and I'm going to second it. That's a great color on you.
That is a good
Thank
color.
Yeah.
you.
Thanks. Oh, Tony.
Everything's not about you. So as I said, we are celebrating.
She doesn't know that it's not about her, though.
It's not. We're celebrating 2 years. We are
Of me.
literally February 8th. We started this show.
So after February 7th, before February 9th.
Yes, we started this show. 3 dudes just talking about a soap.
You said that. That's right.
And I don't know. I didn't realize what we were getting into, but I personally
I don't think anybody
no.
did.
No, I don't think anybody did it at all.
But on February 8th, I just kind of took a gander of all of our stuff, our Instagram and our Twitter and Facebook and all of our tweets, and I feel very honored to be a part of a show that people, you know, still stay connected with, and
Yeah.
I'm so very thankful that you know, we get to do this all the time. You know, Mark and I have done the show since the beginning, and then we had James, and then now Matthew, and I think it's just
A growing
fun.
family.
Yes, it's so fun just to come here.
Dysfunctional growing family.
Very dysfunctional.
With Tony being the leader of the dysfunction. In his powder blue shirt that looks so dapper on
Go
him.
ahead, Tony. I'm listening.
Seafoam. I would say that's actually seafoam.
That is seafoam.
That,
I
if
think
you
it
wanted
is.
to know what seafoam green looks like,
seafoam.
you'll have to watch us and not just
oh my God.
listen to our podcast.
Listen to
Girl.
pizza rolls, girl.
But I want to say for you, Tony, in terms of Edition Days, because of Tony starting Edition Days, we have a soap block. Because if he hadn't got, he got the format. He made the format. He brought it to AFTERBUZZ. It became successful, and they're open to other shows coming. Because years ago they had a Young and the Restless one. It was horrible. Sorry to say that. A little shade. But other than that, there's no
Shady
soaps.
Sunday.
Shady Sunday. But there are no soaps on this network, and you know, soaps are a very big part of television
And our lives.
And our lives.
Yeah. Hence
You know.
Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Mark, are you feeling nostalgic?
Always.
And that was Mark J Freeman, everyone.
I am thrilled to be a part of the Edition Days family.
I just
Thank you for,
I love it
for
here.
coming.
I was just
Thank
taking
you
the
for having
feed.
me.
It
No
was taking a
problem.
while for me to get connected to the internet.
This happens. You know, things that don't change about this show.
Yes.
Mark consistently trying to connect to the internet.
and unsuccessfully at that.
I've
Unsuccessfully.
connected. I don't have an image. The picture's not up, which is fine.
So some fans are having a hard time seeing, and some are. It's fine.
I heard
just want
that.
to let everybody know that in the chat that everything on our end is on good shape.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I even checked it from different computers and everything. Everybody can see it just fine. So
Okay.
you probably just need to take it a minute. Maybe YouTube just can't handle all that gloriousness that's happening on the panel. So
I love how
That's
you
what we'll
phrase
say,
it.
Alexis. I agree with all that.
And
Yeah.
speaking of someone who's probably been with us for 2 years too, Alexis
Alexis.
Yes.
has
Oh my
been with
God,
us for
yes.
quite some time. I know, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't time fly?
It
does.
feels like it went by so fast.
I was thinking when we had Stephen Nichols in the studio just a moment ago, I looked at him and I thought, and I said it, we have grown up with him. It's amazing the guests that we have on this show.
Yes.
Oh my God, we've had so many. Our first guest was Christopher Sean and Hira.
Yes, and here
I was not here for that. I was in Australia, and Christopher Sean was like, "Where are you? Like, how am I on the show and you're not here?" I'm like,
Yeah, I remember that.
Girl, I'm in Australia. Sorry, but look, show's still happening.
Girl.
But
He was,
right. Well, he wasn't like girl, but I still wish he was like girl. But even it's been a struggle sometimes to get our guests. But I love that our guests they have fun here.
Mm-hmm.
We've had many amazing people come through.
Yes.
With our first spotlight on, which I feel so bad about still to this day, was Matthew Ashford, and Mark
I had to
couldn't
call
be
from
there.
Ohio.
Mark had to call him from Ohio. And even
I did get to hang with him at the
at our, but you know
meet
what?
and greet thing.
The meet and greet, the Dish and Days meet and greet. When I look at the picture of like all of us and the stars, it's that moment where I'm just like, oh, wow, like
Yeah.
they like us. They really like us.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you guys for liking us. Thank you guys for tuning in every Sunday. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for posting. Thank you to all of the administrators of Days of Our Lives groups that continue to support us. Thank you for the fans who have literally stuck with us since the beginning for 2 years. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We don't do this show for us, we do it for you guys. We are just lucky enough to have a place to talk about this show, so thank you. And also thank you to Stephen Nichols for coming by. If you missed that interview, you can check out the links on our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. On Facebook and Instagram, we are Dish and Days, and on Twitter, it's @_Dish and Days, so make sure you like us, follow us. Also, just to go ahead and nip this in the bud. You guys know that we were supposed to have Dina
Yes,
Higley on the
yes,
show.
yes.
Unfortunately,
We're still working.
Yeah. No worries. We're still working on that. Unfortunately, she had to cancel. Not that she canceled, but she had to cancel. But we are looking forward to having her in and having her talk about the writing process. Now, I saw some tweets
Yeah, some
from
people
y'all.
need to be nicer.
Yeah, I saw some tweets from y'all, and I understand y'all are upset about some storylines and things like that. However, I hope that her being in will allow her to explain how those things come about and
Right.
into fruition.
Yes.
Because everyone is trying to do their absolute best in
Yes,
whatever
that's true.
capacity they're associated
Yeah.
with their show, with
Yes.
our show. We're all doing our best.
Because let me tell you, if I was in the writer's room, guess what would happen? Maxine, son.
Right. Right.
First and foremost. And you know.
Note to self:
Mrs.
don't let
Demera-
Tony in the room.
Right.
Okay, so anyway, let's talk about this
Oh,
week.
wait, before you go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to speak quick.
I turned the floor over
Just speak
to the legendary
Oh.
midnight hour voice. Not
Oh.
you, Matthew Evan
Oh,
Paine.
okay.
Keep
Not
it
me.
down.
No, no, you
Keep it
said
down.
it's me.
All right.
My chocolate twin, who abandoned me a year ago,
I did.
James Lott Jr. Take it away.
I just want to say to you guys out there.
And thank you, James Lott Jr.
Thank you.
Some things never change.
That's good. I like that. That's good. I like that.
He's gone, bitches.
Well, I'm gonna bring it down for a second and be really nostalgic for a second. I just want to say, you guys, I came on as a fill-in co-host like once a month whenever
Yeah.
Tony was gone. I didn't meet Tony for like
When
months.
she traveled.
When
Yeah,
she
that's
traveled.
right.
I didn't for months,
That's
and I
right.
finally
Yeah.
met Tony.
Don't
It
look a
was-
gift horse in the mouth.
Oh my god.
Oh my! Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, inside voice. It's your inside voice.
Inner monologue. Inner
Yeah,
monologue.
inner monologue.
Inside voices.
Oh dang.
I don't. We all know.
Yeah, that's true.
And they all speak
I
in the
don't
tone of
have
discipline. Okay, shh, quiet.
Okay.
James is trying to say something. Go ahead, tell him.
Focus.
Tell him. You sound like your mom. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah,
tell him.
tell him.
Tell him.
Thank
Talk
you.
to the people. Go
Thanks,
ahead.
Benita. Thank you. No, I just wanted to say I came on as a kind of you guys really embraced me from the very beginning. It's just scarily embraced me from the very beginning. And you guys have still since have embraced me since then. And it's been really wonderful. So I want to thank every single fan out there, every single tweeter, every single Facebook person who says nice things to me all the time. It's so just amazing.
Yeah.
Which is why I came back here today to celebrate my 2 years, because this is where you came from. This is where I came from. And I want to thank Alexis, because she's one of the first people I ever worked with as an engineer. I want to thank...
you, boo.
Yeah, you were good. You had that curly hair. I loved it. I think it was purple or something at the time. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was 3 shades of purple.
Yes, it was. I remember that. I also want to thank Phil Svitek, Kevin Undergaro, Maria Menounos, Stephen Lemieux, Daryl Christian, and Jeffrey Masters. I do stuff on all their networks. They believe in my work, and it's just been wonderful with that also. I want to thank my kids and my grandkids, Tammy and Monica, Scarlett, Ryland, and Zaylin, who sometimes I've had to do this show and miss a few things with them. So it's been kind of tough, but they get tickled seeing Papa Jamie on TV. I want to thank Matthew Evan Paine for letting me hit on him all the time. People are always like, he's your replacement. How do you guys get along? We always go, you weren't part of anything. We weren't part of anything that was crazy.
No, I was actually just going to say when you were, I was going to wait until you wrapped up. It's a pleasure working with you. It's a pleasure seeing you. You're lovely.
Thank you.
But yeah, when I came in and I knew that it was going to be a transition, I didn't know what to expect. I hadn't met you before, and I walked in the studio and it was a hug.
Yeah.
So that's the relationship with James and I.
Yeah. It's been fine, so thank you.
Yeah,
for
and
that.
thank you.
Yes. And I also want to thank every host I've ever worked with, of course. It's been crazy. I want to thank Peter Ramos and Raj Vias, because they told me what AfterBuzz was.
Yeah.
And actually got me in touch with these people. But lastly, I want to thank, now I'm getting a little teary-eyed. I want to thank Mark J Freeman and Tony, because I had a hard year last year. And they were my friends first. They checked on me, they called me and texted me. I had wine in his house one day, played with his dogs.
That heifer don't ever ask me to come over for wine, ever. Ever.
But Tony Morris would call me and talk to me, and he knew my brother Max. Actually, Mark knew my brother Max. And I had a crisis of conscience the last couple of months, so I didn't know if I was going to continue. But because of people like them and you guys out there, I'm back. And it was just really tough for me, and that's why I'm so proud to be here for this second anniversary and part of Edition Days and the family. And I want to thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you very much also.
Always.
I
Thank you.
will say, whenever James and I talk on the phone, it's at least an hour.
Yes.
Or more.
Yes.
Like, yeah. So yes, we don't plan for an hour and a half.
No, we don't.
But there's so much tea to go over. We can't help ourselves.
To bring the mood up a little bit,
Yes, we do.
Marlon Wallace just wrote, Matthew Paine was a recast just like Guy Wilson.
Well, you know what's funny? One day I looked at the TV, I wasn't on, and I'm like, who's that bald white guy in my seat? 'Cause I'm a bald black guy. At first, we both had no hair at the
Right,
time.
that's right, yeah,
And I was
you
like, who's
were
that
shaved.
bald black guy sitting next to Mark? That's what I first thought, and then it was like, it was you. So, anyway.
And then it was you. So yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
All right. So how do we feel about this week?
Well,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I kind of
After you. No, you go ahead first. That's fine. That's good. I'll wait.
I'll pull the age card now.
There you
I'll
go.
be like, I'm older.
Much older.
Shade.
I'd take one of the muches off. One of the muches. I said this in our last hour when Steven was here. I was getting up to a point where I was just like, I can't. You know me. Hashtag I can't.
Yes.
And then when Friday happened, that last moment on Friday, I was like, oh, this is why I watch.
Yeah.
So it was a rough getting to it, but
Yeah.
once it was there were a couple moments that I really enjoyed. So Matthew,
Oh,
you
is
may
it
now
Matthew?
speak. You may now speak.
I liked Monday.
I think that's
like-
how we should do the rest of the show. I'll tell everybody when they can talk.
Oh no.
Matthew, Tony,
No.
Tony,
Yeah, you'll be replacing
Matthew.
him.
Exactly,
Turn.
right. Yes.
Matthew's turn.
I liked Monday and Tuesday. I loved Wednesday and Thursday. I hated Friday until the last moment.
No, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of Friday's episode was a complete waste of time for me, except for that last moment.
Yeah.
Go ahead, James.
Well, it's funny for me because I don't watch it every week anymore religiously. I kind of hear things that are going on. I watch it on occasion, so I watch the full week. And so for me, there are things I was like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
we were too.
Yeah, okay. So, but there are things that reminded me of 90s days, early 2000s days. I love an umbrella story. We'll talk about that. We'll go into that more. But the suspense of Stefano, it reminded me of the old days.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it was like throwback music to the dramatic build. I totally agree.
I was like, oh my God, I'm being flashback. And they had a couple of flashbacks, and we'll talk about all that later. But it was a mixed week for me, for days. Mixed week.
Tony?
I was all right.
You may now speak.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't wait.
Thank you.
I know it's a learning curve, but go ahead.
I was okay. I got what I wanted from this week, because remember last week I was like, let's just get on with it. They've been in Prague. Let's just get to it.
Get back to Salem.
And they did. So I appreciated that.
You said you got what you wanted, but I don't remember Kyler with his shirt off this week.
Oh, dang. Let's start that again.
Interesting.
He was on this
Oh,
week.
I didn't get to comment on that because I wasn't here last week, but wow.
Okay.
Yes, Tony, anything you want to say to the fans?
Okay, hold on. You're going to be quiet because I'm going to talk real quick.
What is going on?
He's been saying all week and last week how this isn't the same as you and Billy and
Look at his
Matthew
face.
and Greg.
Greg. It's
No,
not.
But what people didn't know is can I speak about what you said to me that day when we came into studio before we were on air?
Ooh, dang.
I guess he's going
Do you
to.
remember what you
He's going
said?
to.
I actually don't.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, what did
Because he came in and he was like, you know what, Mark? I kind of get it now. Your thing with Billy and Matthew and Greg. I think I have that now with Kyler.
Ooh,
He said that.
Wait.
He said that when he came into the studio.
not.
Yes.
Look at him.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh my God. He's blushing.
No, not at all. No, I didn't say that.
Did he? Oh, I don't know who to believe.
I don't either. I wasn't here either.
I said
He walked in and mind you, drool.
Oh, dang.
Drool.
Oh, dang. Oh.
Okay.
That's what I
vaguely remember
I
saying
say
that I
that? Okay.
understand.
Understand.
But I wasn't saying that Kyler is like they are with theirs. That's for me. I'm just saying that I enjoyed the moment. I enjoyed the moment, but it's not a full-on Greg Vaughn, Billy Flynn situation. It's oh, thanks, Kyler. Click to the next scene. That's all it is. And then, so all the fans got into it.
Yes.
And let's just say Kyler Pettis
Is now wanting to come on the show.
replied and was like, what is going on and what is this show? So shout out to Kyler.
Tyler, they're gone.
Uh-huh.
Just don't worry.
Matthew, I have a feeling if when Kyler comes, you're gonna have to stay on this side with me because he's gonna want him sitting next to him.
Well,
I'm just
we'll
warning
have that
you.
argument day of, okay?
I'm just warning you
day
guys.
of.
I'm just warning
That's
you guys.
hilarious.
Okay.
Speaking of
Anywho.
gorgeous cast members with their shirts off, which I'm sure we'll talk about, Man Lover 32 said Dario with his shirt off in the hospital is pure heaven.
Well, speaking of heaven, let's go into it. And it's now time to start Dishing Days.
I guess I'll do it.
Yes.
Yes, JLJ.
That's right.
All right, I think I may have a connection.
All right, speaking of connecting, let's talk about Prague.
Okay.
All right, so
I loved it.
So,
yes.
I tweeted this too. So clearly, Prague PD has been trained by sailors. I mean,
So
it's
much
like,
so that it looks like they
I
did
know,
exactly
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, people.
Girl.
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 I have one. Oh, what's that saying?
Days J just said, Tony, you know Kyler boiled your potato.
Well, it's a potato. Dang.
I have never in my
I've
life
never heard that.
Me neither.
And I may use that for the rest of my life now. He boiled your potato.
I guess that's good. Makes some
right.
some whatever potato
Matthew
salad.
Evan Paine.
No, I was gonna say. No, I was talking.
Oh, sorry.
What I was gonna say is, I have one complaint. I like the whole umbrella story by building up, people showing up, I like seeing everybody. The problem I had was when it came to Marlena's big talk to Stefano, I was underwhelmed.
When who?
I thought Anna's talk was good. I
yes.
thought Rafe's talk was good.
Yes.
Where was the flashbacks while they were there? Like, I mean, they showed flashbacks earlier in the week. Of course, they were great.
Of Marlena and
Yeah, the Queen of the Night and all that. But why, when she finally had a chance to talk to him, I was underwhelmed by her speech.
But except for the checkmate part, which was brilliant.
That part was good, but the speech itself was like, just like, okay.
My biggest gripe about the entire thing was that they let Rafe go last. Marlena should have had the last moment with Stefano.
I agree with you on that. I agree with it.
I just don't understand how that decision was like, oh no, and then it will be Marlena and then Rafe.
Right. I didn't get that either.
No.
Now here's the thing. So I have a question for you guys. So Drake Hogestyn is out right now because of an injury, right? That's why he's not on.
Right.
Okay. We'll
Because of the injury that he had.
I was saying John should be a question, but okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
But
it's a good thing they kept mentioning him.
They did.
And I agree with Daquan in the chat room. He said Rafe didn't need to be confronting Stefano.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No.
But his speech was better, though. I know, Jesus, I know.
And will you explain to the fans what an umbrella story is, please?
An umbrella story is when you have many characters who come together for a big story that kind of encompasses. It's larger than the smaller storylines. So it's a big story that happens like this, like they used to do back in the 90s, where they have all the characters come together. Each have their own little things going on, but the big umbrella story was finding Stefano. That was the big umbrella story. And I love those kind of things. It affects so many different people.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
umbrella story. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
But yeah, I love the suspense. I love when she turned around, but it turned out to be Austin.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Well,
Austin, that's kind of good.
Well, it was okay. So first off, I was so glad that they were finally at that freaking ball.
Right. Yes.
But the person who gave me so much life
Oh, I know it.
during the ball
Yes.
was Sonny. Because when I tell you he was living his James Bond fantasy,
totally.
he'd be like, "Okay, got it. Oh, I mean, copy that." and when it cut to the rest of them, they were all like, "Rookie."
Yeah.
Like they had that look. But I love that he was like, he was
totally
like,
love that.
I feel like he would be me. Like if they put me in something like that, I'd be like,
I'm ready.
Yes, I am ready. I'd be like, copy that 10-4 right now. like if there was like a bush, I'd be behind it like,
Okay.
Like Jan Spears.
yes. I'd be like, I see him over by the perimeter.
I have eyes on Stefano.
Yeah. Anyone have eyes? Anyone have eyes on Stefano? Anyone? Nope. Got it.
Great use of history, though, of Rafe and Austin having tension. Great use of history.
I did like that. I did like Austin's like just cattiness towards Rafe.
Well, you know what's so funny?
I really did enjoy that.
So
He's just come on as catty.
Well, you know what's funny is
Yeah.
Patrick Muldoon, of course, was the first Austin.
Yes.
And then I know that you really are a big fan of his. I was never a big fan of his Austin. I was
Patrick
always
Muldoon?
I was always a fan of Austin Peck's Austin. They're two very different Austins.
Totally.
Yes.
And so, but
Totally different.
They're very different. Their takes on it are very different. So I was kind of happy to see Austin Peck back because he kind of worked in this situation being snarky and kind of like.
And he was the Austin. No, it was
No, it was the other
Patrick
one. It was
Muldoon
Muldoon.
that was around for that.
For when they came
Rafe.
back.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I have to say, I like Austin Peck's portrayal of Austin Reed this time better than ever before.
Yes, I agree with you on
Yeah.
that. I agree with you on that.
Because, I mean, it's almost like he comes on, he's like, y'all people.
Yeah, he
can't.
seems so comfortable in the role this time. Where
Yeah.
I always felt like he was a little uptight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think his acting got better and better, of course, and he got more comfortable. But I agree with you. This time he was just like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get it
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
And Carrie Brady is an absolute knockout. She's
love
heaven
her.
to me.
Christy, her real name is Christy Barnes. She's so nice, and she's just so
But
hot.
y'all know her as Christy Clark.
Yes,
Yeah.
you guys know it's Christy
Yeah.
Barnes.
Stage
I know it's
name.
Christy Barnes.
No, but you know who takes the cake? Anna.
I love me some Leanne, honey.
And I'm sorry,
With her shaker?
I keep
I know
thinking it's a
the shaker.
martini shaker.
Why is it in a shaker? Why is it? It's not a urn. Why is it in a shaker, you guys?
That's 100% a shaker.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right? Yeah, that's what
It's
I
a
thought.
decorated urn.
Yeah, she should just carry this around and be like, I've got Andre with me. Tony with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love her, and I loved her on Dynasty. I loved her as when she was Anna. I love her so much. I'm so happy to see her back.
I love when she wasn't really invited.
Yes.
But she,
Oh, that was funny too.
and she was like, she was like, I mean, I'll go to Salem with y'all. Like she wasn't really
Marlena was
bothered
like,
by
"Text
the
me."
wedding.
No, she said email
me.
Yeah.
Email me.
And I loved the moment when, right after that, Marlena and Carrie gave each other goodbye,
Yes.
and Marlena rolled her eyes, and Carrie
Yes.
was like, "Girl, I know."
Well, when Carrie said, "Welcome to my life," when you were talking
Right.
about Anna, I thought it was kind of funny, exasperating.
But
kind of.
what was not funny was the fact that they actually captured Stefano. And can I just say this?
Yes.
Even though, because when Stephen Nichols was here, he was saying, how Joe Mascalo's health was declining.
You look great.
But he still looked good.
He looked
sitting
great.
up in that-
Yes, he
like
did.
he was posted up on that jail cell, like he was about to do like a Guess 2017 ad. Like he was about to be like, hey. Like that's how I felt.
He looked great.
And he just laughed. They didn't give him no lines.
Nope.
He was almost like,
Well, and it was funny too because I was kind of getting frustrated that he didn't say anything.
He didn't need to.
And then
He didn't need to,
when the reveal happened at the end, I was like, oh, well, that's why he wasn't saying anything.
Right. He didn't want to give.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then I was like, "Argh."
Well, and
I was ready to come in and rant.
we had a fan call in who said that they wanted to make sure that they weren't going to lie and get Hope off the hook for killing Stefano if she didn't do it because that would be dirty or whatever, and you can't
He was
let a
hoping
criminal.
that Shane and Patch weren't dirty cops.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Hope is one of their own, and we need to move along with the storyline.
And
I
with
think
all
it
the stuff
works
that
Stefano did to
Stefano's
them.
done?
Totally.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the stuff he's done to them,
Yeah.
like Chloe.
I think it's time for a quick. Is it the Phoenix Rising?
Thanks everybody for watching. See you next time.
And it was sweet at the end when they showed his face.
From
Yeah.
executive producer Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro,
Max, well, Max.
Thank you.
Perfect, Alexis.
This is on
Yeah.
Max.
Oh, and Rafe, you're at a 10. I need you to about this whole thing. Like,
I can't.
it's like,
I can't
yeah,
either.
like,
Girl, and you haven't even been watching.
I know.
Like, I have to watch.
I was like, Rafe, you are team too much.
I
Like,
kinda-
we all trying to get Hope off.
I had a question for you actually. If you had to choose between
God.
watching, you know what's coming.
I do. Go ahead.
If you had to choose between watching a week's worth of all Daniel scenes or a week's worth of all Rafe scenes, what would you choose?
Daniel.
Would you really? It's like Sophie's choice.
Probably Rafe.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah, he doesn't like Daniel. You hate some Daniel.
I just feel like the Rafe scenes, all of them.
He's
and I
just-
love Galen.
Oh, Galen's the bomb.
Yeah.
He's
Oh my
just
God.
so. Oh my God, I'm exhausted.
But
He's
do,
just
but
so
do something with
upset.
Rafe. Do something with Rafe. Like they need to put Rafe outside the box. It's
Well-
just all the same.
But I get also, he's hearing and doing a lot for Hope because he's hearing the stuff that's going on in Salem with her. He's dealing with trying to find Stefano, and I'm sure it's a lot. But I just kind of want him to like, because Marlena, I felt like Marlena was like, "Boo, calm down."
Right.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Marlena Evans.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a-
Well,
that's
she
a-
did. She did say.
She did.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Dial it
step it
back.
down. Yeah.
Well, but even Austin was like, "Can I talk to you?" Like,
In private.
dude,
Yeah.
like, you need to.
yeah.
He did.
Kyle K in the chat room said, "What? He hates Daniel that much?"
Right? I think we're all like that. So, needless to say, with this storyline, we are going to find out
It's a
what
big one.
shenanigans Shane and Patch were
Yeah,
up to.
that was a great scene. I was like, what?
That was a great scene.
It was a twist that had me. I had no idea that.
I had no
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
No.
And Mandy was even saying she was here with Steven and she was in the room. You guys couldn't see her, but she said when we were off camera, she said that was the first time in a long time that I watched Days and was like, oh my God, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
And she's there a lot.
Right.
So.
All right, so moving on.
A storyline that I got so many questions for you guys. I hate
Chloe
this-
and Nicole.
I hate this storyline.
Oh.
It's funny because they're doing a storyline kind of like this on General Hospital right now too. And Michelle Stafford's coming, she'll be talking about. She's part of that storyline. Okay,
You want to finish plugging GH report?
Yeah, G's probably at 5:30 with Michelle Stafford. No, but here's the thing. I'm just saying, I hate these storylines where it's two women who know what it's like to lose children, and know what it's
Right.
like to have to fight for children.
Yeah.
Talk about this Days' story, and both Chloe and Nicole have gone through custody battles.
Right.
I mean, it's like, why are we doing this storyline? I was just looking at going, this storyline completely. The only thing I like the storyline is that Brady's involved because he has history with both women. That's the only part of the storyline that I actually care about.
You know why? Because Brady is the voice of reason. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Chloe, shame on you for trying to say how much better of a mother you
Yes.
are than Nicole.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Who was it? Oh, I was tweeting about this today. Brady.
Yeah.
When he was like, what did he say to Chloe? He was like, you ain't no Mother Teresa. And I
Right.
literally on my couch was like, yes!
Well, remember, Belle and Sean said the same thing when she left. They were like, well, she's trying to prove how worse she and Chloe ain't, an angel
No,
either.
it's like everyone has made mistakes, but
Yeah.
how dare you try to list your good natured deeds
Yeah.
and try to first of all, this is where I felt bad for Nicole is because we all have been through that journey with Nicole as far as trying to be pregnant, trying to have a family, trying to have a kid. And you mean to tell me I finally got a kid and this heifer is trying to keep... It's like, for the first time, I kind of felt how Mark feels about like storylines and how it was like, let Nicole be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Let her have that baby. Don't give her this angst and this
She hasn't been happy in 5 years.
Forever.
Yeah.
Like let her. It's because with this particular character, it's always something. The second you feel like, okay, good, she's good, they throw something else at her. And I want to be like, girl, let her live in the Kyriakis mansion, tame Deimos down a little bit, let them just be happy for a cute second, and then let shit hit the fan.
When Chloe's acting out of her mind.
Fan? Okay.
When Chloe's acting out of her mind, all I can think is, you're definitely Nancy's daughter.
Yeah.
She just reminded me of Nancy this week when she won't let Nicole have her happiness.
I was happy though that Sean Douglas and Belle did kind of go, are you sure you're doing I'm glad that they're not making them
they're being
like
friends.
100% behind her.
Yeah.
But I love that they're still, because that's the only like saving grace for me in that, because I'm like, it's just
well, that's what Sean Douglas was saying. It's like, okay, because he's not on board fully. I mean, they're being like true friends, where you question your friends sometimes, some of their choices. You're like, okay, I'm
Is she doing the right thing?
Yeah, I think, and what's funny is, I think, when she mentioned, I don't want to hear any Kyriakis man. Well, Sean Douglas is a Kyriakis man too, but it's just kind of funny. Like, who are you to make that judgment call when you've been with some nefarious men yourself? It's just to me, it's like this. I hate the storyline.
I could watch Ari
all day.
Okay.
No,
She's
I know
working
that.
it out.
Yeah.
She's working it out.
Oh, yes, she is.
She cries. I wonder how exhausted she must be at the end of the week. She's cried every day this
Well,
week.
you know why? Because she's just used to her character doing that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you gonna hand me a pile of crap? Okay, fine.
Okay.
Well, here we go again, Nicole.
But I actually don't think it's a pile of crap storyline.
No, I'm not saying it's I'm just saying. It's just
I see what you're
baggage.
saying. Like,
you
if
gonna
they-
hand me some more baggage?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna check this baggage in too, and watch it go around the carousel, and I'll come back and pick it up again.
Yeah.
I
Like
wonder if
that's how
she
it
has
is.
to get into it every time, or if she can just turn it on because
She's
she
so
does
good.
it
Yeah.
seamlessly, just like Billy Flynn.
I bet, being an actor myself, she's with her being a mother. I'm sure she's probably channeling
absolutely.
Real life,
like
yeah.
what if someone didn't allow her to be a mother to her
Right.
daughter,
Makes sense.
and how that would feel. I got you, Ari.
One other thing that really got under my skin.
We haven't gotten to the Hope storyline yet.
Was when Deimos was talking to Nicole about the baby room and said, yeah, it's not that far from the master bedroom.
Girl, bye.
Why is Deimos in... No, Victor and Maggie should be in the master bedroom. That annoyed me. That annoyed me.
I understand that.
Yeah, and
They shouldn't be in that. It should be Victor and Maggie in that. That's just, ooh.
Yeah,
So-
and Holly and Tate can't share a nursery.
Right.
Right. Okay. So, quick question.
They can borrow the teepee from Chad and Abigail.
This comes from Mikey J. Dove, who asked, Mark, Tony, Matthew, and James, do you like the character of Deimos?
Who? Who
Mikey
asked?
Duff.
Mikey J. Duff.
Oh.
I'll answer first. No. I think he should come back as David Hayward on All My Children on General Hospital.
He is David Hayward
I
from All My Children.
I know.
Yeah.
I wish he'd come back because right now those characters can go on General Hospital now. I think this character.
Oh, they can?
They can.
Oh, that's
They
awesome.
got
Oh,
settled.
they got the green light?
They're bringing Nora from Life to Live.
Oh,
on General
Hillary
Hospital.
B. Smith? Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
So the whole thing is settled. I think I love Richard Irizarry. I think he's doing the best. I think he's doing a good job on there. But the character to me is useless. I don't really have any use for it. They're making him be like trying to be the new Victor for some reason, and Victor's still on the show. I just don't understand.
That's what I thought too. Well, and I see because I feel like when Deimos came back and Andre came back,
Yes.
they came back about the same time. And my thought was they know that John Aniston and Joe Mascalo are getting older, so we probably need to have their replacements ready, is my thought. And we'll probably get to this later, but I'm going to bring it up now too. But because I don't even think that Andre's being Andre. Like, I want him to be like,
Really
because he
dirty.
even said something when Abigail said something. Why are you? And he's like, well, Chad won't let me. And I'm like, when
When do you care
do
about
you
that?
care?
Yeah, right.
Like, come on, like
Right.
you know, and I agree. Victor's there.
He's there.
And Victor's and John Aniston is very capable.
Yeah, he is,
So. Because even in the few
Victor
times that he is
so
on,
sharp.
it's just it lights
Right.
up.
I know. I
Victor's
agree.
so sharp. I
Yeah.
do like Deimos.
Okay.
I do like Deimos too.
But I would like to see Victor and Deimos head to head because them as like civil doesn't work for me.
Yeah, boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that there's been people out there that have been making comments too about the fact that Victor and Deimos, you know, that Victor's kind of just forgotten about everything.
Yeah.
You know, and just kind of moved on and is like, okay, now he's my brother. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's kinda weird.
Yeah, it obviously doesn't bother me as much as it's obviously bothering some other people.
Mr. Moore.
We're still talking. I'll let you know when you can speak. Okay, you can speak. And I'm gonna get a Diet Coke.
Bye.
Oh my God! I thought he was kidding, and then he got up.
Live television, I love it. He's in our
Mark,
camera.
get back into your seat.
You're in our camera.
All right, you're just all up in my grill. Okay, so I like the character of Deimos.
Okay.
Even when he first came on, he had this different type of evilness to him
Okay.
that was even beyond what Victor was. I feel like now, though, I agree with what Mark is saying, that, like, you know, Victor getting older, so I feel like eventually he's like, y'all, I can't be tearing around Salem no more. Like, you know, I'm good in my Mr. Rogers sweaters. Like, I'm all right. You know what I mean? And so they need someone to kind of take over. And I like how they are building this Deimos, Sonny, Brady kind of taking over the Kyriakis family business.
Okay.
I preferred how they were gearing Deimos to be very open and honest with Nicole, but now that they've swayed him over to this more villain-like, I'm not sure if I still like the character. I'm just not sure I like him paired with Nicole.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where it changes for me. But as far as the character goes, I do like the character.
I do too.
And I do feel like you can't have. I feel like Victor is sitting in the cut like, everything all right?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I got things under control. And he's just like, all right. Like he still has eyes on what's happening, but he's not as active.
Right.
And I like that.
Yeah.
Like, go have fun with Maggie.
That question from Mikey J. Duff provoked a lot of discussion.
It did.
Wow.
It did.
Because my thing is, it should have been, if I was writing, Victor would still be in the thick of things, and all the Kyriakis men would be kind of Philip and Brady and
Miss
Deimos.
Philip.
Scattering.
Yeah, all kind of just working it all out. I think a big family dynamic.
I just and I don't understand why Philip's gone.
I don't either.
I was just going to say, I hope that
Ask him.
I'll text him. I'll let you know what he says.
What a great actor too. It's like John Paul's a great actor.
John Paul is wonderful. I do wonder though if with the new writing regime, if they will bring John Paul back.
Well, the writer, I know him because of General Hospital, Ron Cavallari. He's known for bringing back big characters.
How
and
about
actually
adding
using them
two, like
and using
Maxine's
them.
son?
Well, I wouldn't even be surprised if he brought back Maxine at some level. I mean, he likes to pick different areas of shows and really build them up. That's his path from Life to Live and General Hospital. So I wouldn't be surprised if
Isn't
things like
that
that
fun?
happen.
That's so good for the viewers.
I'm really curious how his style works for Days of Our Lives. I'm really
Yeah.
curious how it works.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all in all, Chloe, you tried it. Nicole, get your baby. I hope it plays in favor to Nicole.
Yes, me too.
I hope Deimos gets his life together, because if not, Nicole is out of there. Like, she's like, listen, I got a baby now. Bitch, I ain't got time for you.
Yeah.
See, I just
Like,
think-
if you want to go evil, I ain't got time for you.
I feel like that was the perfect recap for the entire story. I
was.
should have said that from the moment we started.
The fact that she's even considering staying with Deimos
Yeah.
is
She loves him.
ridiculous.
100%
Well, no, but
agree.
but more than she would love a child. That's
Right.
just ridiculous to even think
I agree
about.
with that.
Well, but that's because this week he was like, listen, I got this nursery for you, and I'm going to do my best to, like, basically regain your trust again. And she's
After
like,
you just put two people in the hospital.
right, but just like she said, bitch, you can't throw no swatches at me and act like I'm just gonna come crawling
She
back.
did say that. I like that she did.
You
Well, she said kinda
know,
like
you
that.
know
Yeah.
though that once it's revealed that Eric is out, that there's going to be the whole rehashing of Daniel's death, and they're going to have their chemistry revisited.
Can't wait for that, can you, Mark?
Oh, speaking of Mark, why don't you introduce the next storyline?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'll do it.
Of course.
It's me, because I love Hope. Okay,
You do.
but first
Still?
of all,
Wait.
no.
Well, actually, you know what? Because I got my thoughts and opinions
tell
on
us
this.
it. Okay, go ahead.
No, but I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, you go first.
Because I know you love you some Hope.
Okay, I do. But here's the
He
problem.
used to be Black Hope.
I was Black
I'm
Hope
seeing if
LA.
he still got Hope.
Oh, that's right. Black Hope LA.
Black Hope LA.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I want to say a shout out to Aaron D. Spears, who plays Reigns. He plays on Bold and Beautiful also. And I actually have him on my show, and he's a great guy. And he told me he was going to be on the show, but couldn't tell me who he's working with. I'm like, I'm with Christian Alfonso.
Now
Oh
get
my
to the
God.
point where you talking about how you like this Hope story.
No, I just say I like the whole storyline. I like that she has a storyline. But my problem is, I wish she's had killed Stefano. I wish they kept that in there. Because to me, it was justified. I'm sorry if I know people are going to hate me. Save your tweets. I don't care. I think she said all the things he did to her, especially Gina, and I think she had a right
I
to
agree.
have gone crazy for a minute.
Yep.
But since they decided to redeem her, I'm like, it was good to see her on screen. I think here's something else I said. I tweeted this out a while back. People were like going, "Oh my God, James, I see more chemistry with her and Eric than I do with her and Rafe." I know they're auntie and nephew, but they're not biologically related. But I see more. The last couple of weeks I've seen off the scenes with them, I see chemistry with them. It's kind of weird.
Is it my turn?
Your turn.
Hope, sit down.
She had to go say hi to
Girl, no. You ain't got to go say hi to Hattie. You ain't got to go check up on nothing. You still recovering from the shank.
Right.
You still recovering from hitting your head on the rock. Sit down.
Just like Dario getting out of the hospital bed and like going.
Right. Sat down. And then,
Yes.
when Reigns got her, right, she basically said, I ain't gonna listen to you.
She said, yeah.
You ain't gonna arrest me. I'm getting ready to run. I would have shot her in the foot and said, sit down. There would not have been no warning shot. There would have been a warning shot, pow, and then a pinky toe. Gone. Like, for the first week, I was really like, girl, Miss Hope, like, sit down somewhere, please. Like, stop having Eric.
But it's part of her. She would never just sit around. She would never just sit
You still
around.
recovering from the shank, and that
Yeah, she's
happened
strong.
weeks ago. Now, granted, I did like the fact that she went and visited Hattie, because y'all know I love me some Hattie.
I love Hattie. I love Hattie.
And I love the fact that it is confirmed that Andre is Adolfo,
Yes.
who is the crook that swindled Hattie.
Yeah.
Now, I'm wondering how that's going to play out.
Yeah, that's
That's interesting.
Yes.
So, yeah, well, just go ahead and get Hope out of jail so that way she can stop sneaking around Salem and being on the dogs. And I don't... Okay. Why does Reigns have so much hostility and anger towards Hope? Like, I understand you trying to do your job. I understand that everybody's upset about the Bradys and the Hortons always getting away with stuff and things like that. But however, you need to take it down a few notch, Reigns.
I fired a warning shot.
Yeah, I know.
Well, but he ain't got to be so aggressive.
No, right. You didn't
It's
need to shoot, period.
Right. But I mean, could it be that he has this aggressive because he's like attracted to Hope and
Well,
they're trying to
so.
do like some jungle love between Hope and Reigns?
The swirl.
You know where the set where Reigns shot the warning thing at Hope? I think that was actually the same set where Marlena, when she was possessed by the devil, went and walked. She was walking around. She found the wedding announcement in the paper in the trash barrel.
Could have been.
Huh?
Oh,
Yes, I
no,
agree.
go ahead. You guys just have a
Yeah, no,
conversation.
it's like, what's going on?
No, I agree. Next. Because we got to hurry up.
That's it with Hope. I'm done.
The GH report is coming. Okay, now in the tidbits. Yay, gays! Yay, gays! Paul and Sonny.
Are you guys liking Paul and Sonny?
Yes.
You guys are? Okay.
Yes, you know why? Because they're the only gay couple in Salem.
I know.
I'm glad that that Sonny is. First of all, I'm glad that Sonny is getting his life as James Bond. But I like that they're having these moments of reconnecting and really admitting to themselves that they have liked each other, even though we have known that they have liked each other. Even when Will was alive, they still liked each other. So. I like that. I like the kissing that's happening.
They're kissing. They are kissing.
I like the gift of the. Now I don't know where he went. I don't know if they have an amoeba over there in Prague where he was able to find the vinyl record for them. I thought that was cute. But listen, I love that Days takes their times with couples, however,
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get them together so that Paul and Sonny can be seen at the gay club in Salem where Lorraine Love is an entertainer and Max
there you
is
go.
a host.
There you
I
go.
would watch that.
And Matthew Evan Paine is the bartender and James Lott Jr. is the bouncer.
That's right. Done. We wrote it again. Done. Wrote it.
Perfect.
Yeah, done.
Boom.
Okay, done. Cheers.
I loved their kiss. I stood up from the couch I was cleaning up a little bit, and the scene started where
domestic.
I know. Where
Cleaning the
Sonny,
house and watching soaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is domestic.
Yeah.
It's
You
really
housewife.
I was making dinner for the husband. No, but the scene with Paul and Sonny, I think it was Wednesday's episode, the first kiss that we saw. There was so much chemistry between the two of them.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that they're so in tune with the characters. I just love watching them, and the kiss had chemistry.
Yeah.
There was a lot of chemistry.
That's chemistry.
So there's that. They're connecting. Good for them.
Okay. And then we have.
Everyone be quiet.
Okay, here's his part.
Let her have
What?
a moment.
The next one.
Oh, Chad and Gabby.
Are you liking Chad and Gabby together?
I actually do.
I haven't been on here, so I don't
I'm
really-
actually really like. I'm leaning more towards Chad and Gabby.
I feel you.
And Abby and
Dario.
Yeah, I see that.
I really am liking Dario and Abby together. And tweet me, I don't give a shit.
But girl, do we have to have Gabby and Chad locked up again
Yeah, I know
in order
what's
for them
that
to
about, guys.
reconnect? Girl.
I mean, I'm
Girl.
just thinking. My only problem with it is.
Girl.
My only problem with it
Girl.
is that it's not as warm and they have their clothes on still.
Oh, yeah, the clothes
That's
still on,
my
yes.
only-
But they are hungry for fries, pizza, and beer.
That was funny.
That was funny.
made me laugh.
That was funny.
And him like bouncing it. I actually texted him and I was like, "Girl, you know I love you, but why do they keep getting fights if you're just gonna fight?"
Yeah, I know. It's like I got beat up again. It's like, okay, that's good.
It's just funny. I just think.
Meanwhile, Billy was like, Gina.
he's texting me
Text me again.
Yeah, exactly.
Let the record show.
I don't know. I think they're beating a dead horse. Like
Yeah.
we already had this scene. We
Right.
don't need to see it
We'll
now
need it
for
again.
another
Yeah,
week.
yeah,
you know?
I agree with you on that.
But I obviously don't mind seeing him.
But I love the fact that they were able to admit to each other that they both do love each other.
But he never said he loved her.
he did.
No, he didn't say lie. He said,
But I think isn't that what he said this week? He's like, but I never said that to you. Did he ever tell her
I can't
officially
remember.
I
that he
am
loved
pretty
her?
sure that
Pretty sure?
he said
Or positive?
that he loved her and
Because
he
isn't that-
loves
but
Abigail.
didn't he say that this week?
I'll say fans.
Yeah.
He said that in the room. He's like,
Yeah.
well, you said that.
Yeah.
But
Implying that he never said those words
But
to her.
but I could have sworn he said that he loved her and Abigail. Because that made me
No,
think
no,
like
no,
there's a
no.
whole
I'm
lot
not
of
saying
love.
that. I'm saying before today.
Oh, before
he
today.
He never said that
Oh,
he loved
no.
And that's what he said to her in the room. He's like, but I never said that to you.
Yeah.
Which
But
is true.
I didn't think about the past. I was thinking about the future when he basically said he loved Abigail and Gabby.
Right.
And
No,
Lorraine
no.
Love.
That he did say. But I mean, that's
not Lorraine
different than
Love.
saying I'm in love with you.
He didn't say he loved Lorraine Love.
He texted me. He told me.
He didn't say that.
He signed an autograph, which Crazy pulled out during the Stephen Nichols
Still
interview.
got the autograph.
He was like,
picture
"Saying it's
in
right
the-
here."
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
so funny.
And sitting in the binder, honey.
He
The
said,
Bible.
"I want to
Just sitting
marry
in
you."
That's very Mark.
I love it.
Moving on.
I have to say, I have been on the fence about
Oh.
Gabby and Chad.
Yeah, no.
I have been
Oh,
on the
you've been
fence
fence, okay.
about Gabby and Chad until this week, and I was like, no.
Okay.
No, I'd rather see Chad with Abigail. I
Okay.
do enjoy the chemistry that Abigail has with Dario, but
Yeah.
as
But
friends.
here's the thing, and this is why I think they should go their separate ways right now, is because then what are we gonna have?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I just
I'm
feel
fine
like
with
we
that.
need to go, our separate ways for
Try some
a
stuff
little
out.
bit, develop
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
create more of
Yeah.
a thing, and then find our way back slowly and organically, not like
Okay.
force it back.
Okay, I get that. Because they have a child together, so they'll always be tied
Yeah.
together.
But again, we're 5 months out of taping.
Yeah.
So now we're seeing these scenes
Yeah.
with, Marcy and Jordy that we're going, wow, they really do have chemistry
Yeah.
together. But they've
Who
already
knows?
taped
Yeah.
5 months.
Yeah.
So
Pause. Side note.
Yeah.
I'm looking in the chat, and Daquan said,
Oh god.
"This is what he hopes his intro would be." I'm assuming if he was a host here.
Oh, okay.
He said, I'm gonna do it as if I was introing
Do
him.
it. Do it.
Number one Greg Vaughn fan, number one Allison Sweeney fan, and the guy who causes Matthew Evan Paine and Mark J Freeman blood pressure to rise. He's your host, D.
Daquan.
He wrote that. It's so funny.
Yeah, I love
They're
it.
not amused.
I thought it was
I think it's funny.
So, okay, so there's actually
Cute.
one thing. It's kind of a look who's related, but not really, because I just want to do it quickly because it's part of one of the tidbits. Drew was a character that was on for a minute back in the
Yes.
80s. And so
Right.
he has no real backstory.
Oh,
So
that's
he-
who's supposed to be
Yeah,
there.
I figured that's what you were
Yeah.
thinking. But it's completely, people were asking me this online. It completely, he's his twin brother. He was a bad guy, but there's really no storyline. There's nothing really, so that's why I can play with him now because he's kind
Because
of.
he was only there for like a year.
Yeah, and so he basically is somebody who now they're playing kind of quirky.
Yeah.
But it's like, but he was a bad guy when he was on before.
Okay.
I do remember him before, and that's why Andrew.
But
was
I'm
named
enjoying
after
it, and I'm enjoying him with Jennifer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Jennifer just sitting there just with the tea mug, he just spews out all this
Yes.
tea and then she just drinks it.
She had a light bulb moment this week with
She
the
did.
flashback
Yes.
and
Yeah. All
And
that.
wait, I have a question for you guys too. I saw Anne for a minute.
Yeah.
So is she on the show or not?
She is.
Okay.
She- she pops
it
in
looks
every
like
now and
they're-
then.
It looks like they're leaning towards pairing her with Lucas.
Oh, interessante.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. A little Spanish.
when she said she told Chloe she enjoyed meddling in Jennifer's life in the past.
Oh, I know.
And Chloe was like, "Cool.
I
Yeah.
changed.
Let me just go breastfeed Holly over here."
Well, the reason why she probably said that was because she spit out her resume of how great of a mother she was, and
Yes.
then here comes Ann talking about, yeah, girl, remember we used to terrorize Jen because you didn't like her with Daniel? You remember that girl?
I loved it.
Ann is that friend.
Yes, she
Who
is.
like when you're in a group and you be like, oh, remember that boy you hooked up with?
Yes,
He right
yes.
over there. You remember him? You
Yeah.
told him that he had
Yes.
peed all over your bed. Like that's Ann.
That is Anne.
That's Ann.
That's Ann.
Yeah.
I love
Sorry.
her. We love her.
I hope that didn't really happen to you.
No, no, it hasn't happened to me. No.
Okay. Anywho, next.
Is that it?
That's no.
Her name is
one more.
Kyriakis Demand.
Well, we kind of talked about that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, fine.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right, so we'll skip right over 3 Snaps Award, and then
things you tried. And now we go into our segments. It is now time for Tony's official 3 Snaps Awards. That's
go,
right.
girl.
Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna give my 3 Snaps Awards to Marlena. When Anna said that she was coming to Salem and like, let's keep in touch. I'll call you. Marlena said, no, girl, email. I said,
She said email.
I said, yeah. Oh my God. Marlena said, girl, I had enough. I said, girl, I don't want to be your friend. You over in prom.
it is true.
Acting
That is
up.
true.
I am not. You, girl, email me.
said
It's going to
email.
write the spam, but email me. So I said, Dr. Marlena Evans, bitch, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
That's so that's,
All right.
That's a good one.
And now it's time for.
And you ended it.
Yeah, no, it's now Disaster now. Yeah,
I like
girl.
how you ended your 3 snaps with that, by
like
the way. Okay, for this disaster, first of all, I just have to say, ladies, make yourselves comfortable. Carrie, Kayla, and Anna, all sitting on the police department
how
desks in Prague.
You know why? They've been in them heels all day, girl.
Right.
They said, let me lean on it.
And I love Kayla's dress.
Oh,
by
yeah,
the
that's
way.
good.
Is that when you were talking about wanting to grow up to be Kayla?
No, I was saying I want to grow up to be Kate, but I
yeah.
want
Oh,
that
Kate.
dress in a double XL.
She was beautiful. Well, they really all did look beautiful. I love
Triple
it.
Well, it can be large if it stretches.
I just thought it was completely unrealistic that you would be in a
Yeah.
police station sitting on the desks,
Right.
especially the top right photo of Kayla sitting on the
Yeah, she
police
stood right on it.
officer's
Yeah.
desk with the police officer
Yeah.
sitting at
At
it
the
doing
desk.
work.
Oh my God.
So that's Matthew's disaster.
I like that.
Or disaster moment of the week.
Disaster. Moment of the week! I didn't even ask if you was going to do a Look Who's Related.
Yeah.
But say it
Well, you kind of
properly.
did.
Why can't you just
We
now
did
with Drew?
Drew.
Why can't I do it?
That, okay, for those of you who remember, that used to go, Look Who's Related.
Oh my God, you had it!
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Okay. That used to go, Look Who's Related.
Oh, I like that.
I do too.
That's beautiful.
Sorry, Matt. I had your disaster, but I didn't.
No,
it
no
wasn't
problem.
named correctly.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Oh,
around
okay,
here. I
because
just
they,
moved it.
honey, they couldn't find it. Okay,
Okay.
cute. I don't even have to do VO for
Yeah,
it.
I know I have it somewhere. I just gotta look for it.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Alexis.
Alexis.
Always on your job. Well, let's move on to Mark's Quote of the Week.
Okay, so my quote of the week. Actually, it was funny. I texted you guys who it was gonna be.
Oh.
Just I like to let you know who it's gonna be. And then after I texted, I was like, oh, because I really loved when Gabby went, fries. So she's gonna get an honorable mention, but I had to, hands down, and we talked about it a little bit. Had to give it to Marlena
Why? We've been on the same.
for checkmate.
Oh, the
Yes.
check. That part
I
was
mean,
good.
Yes.
Again, I agree. The whole thing she said was kind of, and I did actually have to rewind and watch it again because I was drifting. But when she did check and that stupid chess piece, which that I
Yes.
had angst against since the moment it arrived. I just thought it was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was the moment where I was like, okay.
She just dropped the mic when she put that on. It was like dropping the mic.
It was totally a mic drop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this out there. If a fan sends us
A chess piece.
the Queen chess piece,
We need to get her to sign it.
Yeah.
we will add it to our decor.
Yeah.
And if we ever see her again, we'll have her sign it.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
good.
so
That's a
too.
good one. That's a
But
good
it
one.
has, but it has,
I have another idea too, but
but it
I'm
has
trying
to
to
look,
work
but
on it.
it can't be like one of those like.
Yeah, I don't-
it has to be a good Queen.
Yes.
I haven't told
yes.
you guys, but I have another one that I'm working on, but I haven't worked it out yet. So as soon as I do, I'll be bringing that in too.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Oh my God! Please don't let it be Billy Flynn's underwear that he used during those sex scenes. Please don't let it be anything Billy Flynn.
To say, I know, right?
Right.
Well, that has been Mark's Quote of the Week. And now it's time for Fan of the Week.
Okay, so I've been tossing a few ideas around today, and I decided, and so I'm gonna need your help, Tony, because there's
Okay.
two people, and I get them mixed up. So I need you
Okay.
to offer up the last name because I
Okay.
don't know which one it is.
Hope I know it.
I'm gonna make Fan of the Week. I'm gonna call a truce on my 2-year anniversary with Mike.
Riley?
Is that the
okay.
one?
Yes.
That's it.
Okay,
Mike
I'm
Riley.
gonna give Mike Riley Fan of the Week because I think it's time for him to just accept the fact that he's never gonna have Billy Flynn and he's always mine.
Just when you thought it was going to
Yeah, I know.
The feud continues. Well, Mike Riley, congratulations, honey. You are this week's Fan of the Week. Honey.
Yes.
I can't wait for that phone call next
Oh,
week.
I know. Oh my God. Yes.
Girl.
We'll just not accept it.
oh my God.
A mess. All right, well,
Alexis, next time Mike Riley calls, jot down that number so we know not to answer again.
I can't be a part of this. I'm Switzerland
Send
in
her
this
a
one.
That's right,
voicemail.
that's right.
Switzerland.
Oh my God, we totally need to create a voicemail of me going, sorry, Mike Riley, we're not accepting your call. And every time he calls, we send it to that voicemail.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my God, that would be.
Damn, it's so shady.
Shady. Shady.
well, that has been your week of days. Is there any news or hopefully you guys watched Jen Lilly's movie
Yeah, movie.
I
last
think it's
night.
re-airing again
It's
tonight.
reading tonight. Reading
Yes.
tonight.
And then I tweeted this out. I just want to, it's not news because it already happened. But Daniel Cosgrove appeared on Law & Order SVU's 400th episode.
Yes.
Good for
so that
him.
was
Yeah,
a
we
very
like him.
pleasant surprise. I tweeted it out and
Yeah,
stuff.
we like him.
So congrats that he's still working and working on
Yes.
some good stuff. So-
And if you guys haven't, didn't tune in live to our interview with Stephen Nichols, make sure you check that out. Go
I
to
know
our
people
Facebook
have been
page and
having
Twitter for all
trouble
that.
with our feed,
Yeah.
and even
Yes.
to this show
Yeah.
had some issues.
But it's okay. The show is going to play in its entirety. So whatever you miss, whatever it cut out on, you can, hopefully you're watching this link now and you're seeing that it's in its entirety.
I've got one as well. Our friend Brody Hutzler and I were in touch this weekend, and he has a movie that has already aired, but they keep re-airing it, so be on the lookout on LMN for Stage Fright, and also keep an eye out for him on Crime Stoppers on CBS.
Oh, okay.
And he sends his best to us and says that he would love to come back and have more pizza rolls.
Hey, Brody,
absolutely.
come
I
on
know.
back.
I have to get a toaster. I have to put him in the oven though if he comes.
Yes.
Because he gets it.
And also this, fans, y'all know how much we talk about pizza rolls. And we tweeted,
Well, you tweeted.
I tweeted, I try to say we, but because
I know,
if I say
yeah.
I, then they like, girl, it's all about you, honey. You know, so I try
I
to say
didn't tweet
we.
it. Had they
I-
accepted it, we. Because it got rejected, you.
I tweeted Tostinos and said we would Totinos and told them that we would love them to
This
sponsor
is
us.
why.
Now
'Cause
when
you can't
I
say their friggin' name.
well, when I say sponsor, I don't mean money. I just mean, girl, like send us some pizza rolls.
Right.
Like that's it.
and a T-shirt.
Sure.
Right.
So fans, help us out. Tweet them and say you should. And hopefully we'll get free pizza rolls, you know, their new flavors, and we'll do a quick
I
little
think it's
commercial.
just at Totino's.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the name is Pete Z Roll.
Yeah. So tweet them. Let's make it happen. All right. We have to head out because next up, what do we have, James Lott Jr.?
We have Michelle Stafford on GH Report. And on Restless
She can
Wrap Up.
probably hear us. Michelle, we're talking about you.
And on Restless Wrap Up, they have Abby and her mom. It's her mom's birthday. They're going to co-host together.
Oh, nice.
And on Bold Breakdown, it's Patricia Darbo. She plays new character Shirley Spectrum.
Yay.
And she's fabulous.
She's hilarious. It's good. Yeah.
So thank you guys for tuning in to the start of the Soap Blog. James Lott Jr., thank you so much for being
you.
Yes,
here.
James.
Thank you,
Happy
James.
2-year
Thank you, guys.
anniversary.
Good to have you back.
Much success to GH Report.
Thank you.
Come back and visit us sometime again. She tried to act like she's so busy. She knows she. So come back and visit us. Mark J Freeman, let the folks know where they can find you on the social medias.
You can find me on
That's
Instagram
great.
and
Matthew?
Twitter.
Just kidding. Where can they find you?
At Lorraine Love.
Matthew.
LOR.
AYNELOVE.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew E. Paine.
I could be a Price is Right
You
girl.
can find me at James Lott Jr. all over the world.
And you can find me on all social media
Where can
platforms.
they find you?
On all social media platforms. At Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next Sunday for another full recap of
Dishin' Days.
That's right.
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary, you guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.